back to our channel. I am Bruce.
And I'm Teo.
And we are so excited to go along with you on this journey of these magical Christmas Victorian tales. And we really hope that you enjoyed the first one of the mysterious carousel.
In tonight's story, Santa loses something very important to him. I'm just curious, Bruce, have you ever lost anything and then rediscovered it at just the right moment?
Yes, I have. A very important one, actually, recently after my mom passed away. I was hunting for her graduation photo, which is my favorite photo of her, and I couldn't find it. And and I was very much panicking. Eventually, it came out of the woodwork and it found me again. So that was very important.
I love that that happened for you. If you have had anything just like disappear and then you found it exactly at the right moment, let us know in the comments because we'd love to hear your stories about finding those magical things at those magical moments.
There's nothing like it. It just feels so good.
I loved that story, and we hope that you loved this story. Enjoy tonight's installment. This is Santa and the Snowglobe of Shadows.
Ooh. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends.
Santa and the Snowglobe of Shadows, a Victorian Christmas tale. On a quiet Christmas Eve, as the elves finished their final tasks in the bustling workshop, Santa Claus sat alone in his study. The room was a treasure trove of memories, its shelves lined with trinkets from Christmases past. But tonight, Santa's gaze fell on a snow globe he had not touched in years. The snow globe had always depicted a quaint winter village, its tiny houses glowing when shaken. But now, the glass was empty, save for the swirling snow.
Well now, that's peculiar. You've always been full of life.
Santa picked up the snow globe, turning it gently in his hands. As he peered closer, the swirling snow seemed to thicken, glowing faintly. A whisper echoed, barely audible, but unmistakable.
Help us.
Startled, Santa leaned closer. The glow intensified, and before he could react, a burst of light engulfed him. The room vanished, replaced by a cold, silent void. Santa awoke in a desolate wasteland. Snow covered the ground, stretching endlessly under a dull gray sky. The air was bitterly cold, and the only sound was the mournful howl of the wind. He rose, brushing snow from his coat, and looked around.
This is the village.
But it wasn't the cheerful scene he remembered. The houses were gone, replaced by crumbled ruins. Broken sleds and cracked lampposts littered the ground, and the air felt heavy, as though it carried the weight of forgotten joy. Santa began walking, his boots crunching in the snow. As he moved deeper into the wasteland, he spotted faint shapes flitting through the fog. Shadowy figures, their forms twisted and indistinct, darting between the ruins.
Hello? Who's there?
The figures didn't answer. Instead, they hovered at the edge of his vision, their whispers growing louder.
Lost, forgotten, left behind.
One shadow drifted closer, its hollow face inches from Santa's. A wave of cold washed over him, not from the snow, but from the shadow's presence. It wasn't attacking, it was pleading.
You're trapped here, aren't you? But why?
The shadow recoiled, disappearing into the fog. Santa pressed on, determined to find answers. In the center of the wasteland, he discovered a towering ice structure, its surface shimmering faintly. Inside, he could see frozen memories. Children laughing, families gathered around Christmas trees, moments of pure joy. But they were locked away, unable to escape. At the base of the ice structure sat a dark figure, hunched and brooding. Its form was shadowy, its eyes glowing faintly like embers.
And who might you be?
The figure slowly rose, its presence casting an unnatural chill across the wasteland. When it spoke, its voice was low like a rumble, filled with sorrow and bitterness.
I am what remains of forgotten wishes, the discarded dreams of those who stopped believing. I grew from their despair, their neglect, and now I feed on what little joy remains.
You've stolen the light from this place. Why?
It never was mine to steal. They gave it to me when they let their hopes fade. When the world forgot the magic of Christmas, this is what was left.
Santa felt a pang of sadness. He had seen the joy Christmas could bring, but he had also seen how easily that joy could be overshadowed by the struggles of life.
You're not a monster. You're a creation of pain and loss. But it doesn't have to be this way.
The figure recoiled, its ember-like eyes flickering.
Words won't change what I am.
No, but understanding might.
Santa stepped closer, his voice steady and warm.
Even forgotten wishes have value. Every lost dream holds spark of hope, waiting to be reignited. If you let me, I can help you remember that hope.
The figure hesitated, its form wavering. The ice structure began to crack, faint light spilling through the fissures. Santa placed a hand on the figure's shoulder, his touch gentle but firm.
Christmas isn't about perfection. It's about love, connection, and finding light even in the darkest moments. That light still exists. It just needs someone to believe it again.
The figure's shadowy form began to melt away, revealing the face of a child. Santa gasped. It was the face of the very first child who had ever written to him centuries ago, a boy whose simple wish had been for others to find joy. The boy had been forgotten by time, but his spirit had endured, twisted by years of neglect.
I just wanted them to be happy.
And they will be. Your wish was never truly forgotten.
As Santa spoke, the ice structure shattered, and the frozen memories within burst free. The wasteland transformed, the gray sky turned blue, the snow sparkled with warmth, and the village reappeared, its lights glowing brightly. The boy smiled, his form fading gently into the light.
Thank you, Santa.
Santa stood alone in the restored village, tears glistening in his eyes. In a flash of light, Santa was back in his study, the snow globe resting quietly on his desk. Inside, the village was alive again, its light twinkling with renewed joy. He turned the globe gently, watching the snow swirl around the tiny houses. On the base, a new inscription gleamed. Every wish matters.
Even the smallest wishes can light the darkest nights.
Santa placed the globe back on the shelf, his heart full. As the fire crackled and the clock ticked softly, he smiled, knowing that the magic of Christmas was more powerful than ever.
Now, back to work! There's always more dreams to deliver!
And with that, Santa rose, ready to share the joy and hope of Christmas with the world once more. Above the North Pole, the stars shone brighter, a reminder that no wish is ever truly forgotten.